Hey everybody, Joe here. Want to check out a puzzle today by yttrio. It is called Into Chaos. And we're on a 7 by 7. We have a chaos construction. Each row, column, and region must contain the digits 1 to 7 once each. Regions consist of a set of 7 orthogonally connected cells and must be determined by a solver. Yin Yang is shade some cells such that all shaded cells are orthogonally connected, all unshaded cells are orthogonally connected, and no 2 by 2 area is fully shaded or fully unshaded. Every region is either fully shaded or fully unshaded. So no region will be in a 2 by 2 also. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. Additionally, they are in separate regions but have the same shading. Digits separated by a black dot have a ratio of 2 to 1. Additionally, they are in separate regions and have different shading. Okay, so separate region, separate region, separate, separate, separate. These two, let me start in the corner actually. So this cell white dots have the same shading. Maybe that wasn't the best. Maybe this would be better up here. Or even here, maybe. Let me try here. These are the same shading. This is different. If these are both pink, that has to be yellow. Maybe I should do more, not yin yang first. Or maybe I should try with yellow. That might be a good idea. Because then, that would have to be pink. And then we couldn't change colors again. So pink would have to go all the way around. because we couldn't go back to yellow, because then we couldn't go back to yellow on anywhere in the perimeter, because once you have made to a swap back to the original color, then you can't go back to the second color, or else you're going to end up making a region unconnectable. So these are not yellow, they are pink, and this will be yellow. And like before, if I went back to yellow here, but I could stay pink here for a time until I hit there. Then I would have to go back to yellow here and then loop all the way around. But that would maybe be okay. Alright. Okay, but this one is obviously the border of a region. So it's going to come over, and regions are same color. It's going to continue to go over. Now, can that be a separate region here? This one will be, so it will need to come out here. These are two separate regions. Which means that that is a region, start of one. Does it turn? Unsure. Ah, but this one, it could be yellow. Actually, if this is yellow, that cannot be pink. Right, so that has to be pink. That has to be yellow. These are different regions now. Pink does need to go on up and around. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That is seven. Well, that's just the way it has to be then. Because we're all closed in. Yellow comes down. If this is yellow, then that has to be yellow. I don't really think that's a problem. Oh, but But I've made my two swaps here. So around the edge, I cannot go back to pink. Because you can kind of see, if I do, no matter where I go back to pink, it doesn't matter if it's right here or even all the way up here. When yellow works out, it's going to make just to be easier to see. Even if it's like this, and this is pink. Once yellow works out and does wherever it needs to go to get to its buddies, there's going to be a complication for pink to get over here to this section. So since we went to yellow on two parts of the perimeter, we must carry on all the way around the edge. So in all of these 2x2s, it's going to be pink. This will start a new region, going to at least that one. It could branch off, or pink cannot make a 2x2 here. This one could grab that one though. But this is a region, and it goes up to at least there. This is a new region going this way. Pink is a region starting to go that way, to the right. Like that. Okay. This cannot be yellow, that little 2x2 we're about to have. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be the region right there. Maybe not necessarily though. Oh, this has to be yellow because of the dot. Now this cannot go all the way up unless that is a new region starting that way. That is a possibility. We have this though, which means this has to be pink. Does this go up to its buddies? This has to be pink or yellow. If this is pink, then those two have to be yellow. That would be okay. If this is yellow, then that just has to be pink. So that would be alright as well. I'm about to make a 2x2 anywhere. I don't see one. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are two different regions, but where does it... Could be broken there. Could be broken there. It could be broken up here. A number of places. Do I need to think about numbers for a bit? Also, 1 to 7. Oh, well, that's still 1, 2, 4, 3, 6. Although these, they cannot be 3, 6, can they? So they will be 1, 2, 4. And these will be 3, 6. And this is going to be 2. So 1 cannot go on the dot. I guess a 2 could go here though. These could also be part of the same region. Gonna need to be 3 or 6 here. Actually, this cell and this cell is going to have to be up here. And the 2 cannot go here because this would have to be a 1 or a 4. And the 1 and 4 are in this row, and they must be in this pink box. Oh, wait. So that could be a 1 or a 4. It would have to be a 4, though, which would make that a 2. Then that could be the 3, 6. So that could be a 1. No, that can't be a 1. Can't be a 1 because a 2 would have to go there. So what can this be? Can't be a 2 either. If it was a 3, it can't be a 3 either, because that would have to be a 2 or a 4. So it can't be 1, 2, or 3. If it's 4, then that is 3, 5. Or it can be a 6. That would be 5, 7. 3, 5, 7. And then this will be a 2 or a 3. Will be a 1 up here somewhere, and a 7, and a 5. Okay. What about this one? Could be a 2. A 3 going that way. This one is 4 going that way. This one here still needs divided somehow. These are different colors. If this is pink, both those have to be yellow. to avoid a checkerboard. Let me just try some of that. If that is pink, those both have to be yellow. This pink would come down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would get one more of those. But this would make that maybe not. I'm not sure. That looks like it would maybe work. If that is yellow, then that is pink. Maybe more on this. This cell, there is a 2 over here. And whatever that ends up being is over here as well. Which is 3 or 6. It would be pretty convenient to put 3, 6 there. That would be 2. That would be 3. That would be 5, 7. There would be a 1, 5, 7, 4 up here. So 1 and 4 would go there. 5 and 7 would go there. Five, 7 can never go on a dot. This can still be 1. Can basically be any of those. Just 5 and 7 cannot be on a dot. Although, oh no, that's white. Okay. If this is 6, then 6 would have to go there. So that would be 2. That would be 4. And then I guess 1, 3, 5, 7 would go there. But that would work. If this is 3 though, the 3 could go there. Or the 2 still. That's unfortunate. Do I need lines to help me here? Or is that just gonna make it worse? I'm gonna have to divide these somewhere. Or does this just come on around? One. If it did, if this was a 6 digits long, if this looped around the edge, that digit would go there. And it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And it would go there. That one would be consecutive. What about these? These are looking at each other. They cannot be the same. If this was 3, 6, this could not be. If it's not 3, 6, and it has a 2 with it. One of these has to be 2, 6. I mean, one of them has to be... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. This could be 2, 4, that could be 2, 1. One of these do need a 2, though, but there is no 2 here in this yellow yet. So that is okay. Every region is either fully shaded or unshaded. I think maybe... What about this 1, 4? Can they be in different regions, or are they in the same one? I guess either would be fine. This is a dead end here. So is that. But nothing says it can't loop around like that. If this is 4, and that is 3, that would be 6. 6 would go there. This would be 2. Be 6. Wait, what I say? If this was 3, that would be 6. So that would be 4, 2, 6. 3 would be up here with 5, 7, 1. This was 7. That would be 6, 3. That would be 3. That would be 2. These definitely have 1, 5, 7. And 4, 2 is in this top row. 1, 4, 5, 7. 1, 4, 5, 7. So 6, 3, 2 are the options over here. This only has 5, 7, and then 3 or 6. Basically, these are 3, 5, 6, 7. Um, hmm. Maybe I need to look at this middle dot better or more. This cannot be 7. Is that worth anything? This cannot be 7. It leaves 3 places though. Not sure what to do there. Let me try to look at this some more. I think the best thing I could go with was if that was pink, because that would have to be yellow, which would mean that this could not be pink, because you cannot make a checkerboard. So that would be yellow. And then that would be... But pink could either get out here or here. Actually, this is a region, so it would have to come on down. And it would have to touch that one. So those would all be pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this region would get one more of these. So one of these would be yellow. If it's that one, that would be pink. This one would also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be like that. This cell would be that cell. Actually, this pink region could have split there also. No, it couldn't, because then they would both have to be pink. And that would still make a 2 by 2. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd have one digit up here then, being yellow. If this is yellow, that is pink. If that is pink, that is yellow. If that is pink, it would make both of those yellow. That would have to be yellow as well. And then, alright, if this is pink, then that one and that one would be yellow. So that one would have to be yellow. This would be the end of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be okay to be part of that region though. Pink would have to come up. Ah, look. If that is pink, those are yellow. That would be yellow. This one would be closed off. It would look like that. Now this one would now have to be pink. And that one would as well. So those would do like that. But now, we only have 6 on this side. So, in this scenario, that is not pink. That is yellow. And then that is pink. So that will close off. I think that is going to make an error also. Because now, this one has to be pink because it cannot checker board. That one has to be pink. That one has to be yellow. This one is 7. Oh, maybe it would be okay. That one would be yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one would be split right there. Would that be alright? If it was, this is all starting here. I kind of want to remember that. Two cannot go here. I guess that would be okay though. 2 can go there. I can't be for sure about this. 2 can't go here. Whatever cell that is there. Whatever cell that is there. These 2 would be there. Very tricky. But pink is touching everywhere. Yellow is touching everywhere. So as far as the yin yang goes, it would be okay if pink started here, but it would end up looking like this. That being said, I was unable to disprove it, which is unfortunate. So if this is yellow and this is pink, would I get anything? And one of these would still have to be yellow. Just difficult. Difficult to see much from this starting yellow because it's not really forcing anything onward. So what am I missing then? This cannot be 1, 2, or 4. 3, 5, 6, 7. Same here. I'm missing some sort of Sudoku trick or something. Something to do with the fact that if these black dots cannot be 3, 6, then they will have a 2 in them. This is 6, 3. That is 3, that is 6. That is okay. That could even be 6. That could be 3. Depending on how this cage went. At the moment, I only know for certain these 3. Or what if I ask if that branches? Let me try that. This would have to be yellow, and also that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be pink though, so would that. It would force this region down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would need 2 more. It could not be these 2. More importantly, this could not be pink. It would have to be yellow. Ah, that one's gonna get blocked in if I do that. Okay, that was good. So that... Yeah, but I mean, it could just block right there, though. maybe instead, I wonder if that would do the same thing. So it does not block there. Now I'll check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will force that one. But this yellow, will that hit the same problem as the other one? Because this would be forced that way again. And if this is yellow, that one's trapped. If this is pink, that is also trapped. Because that one would be yellow. Okay. So it does not go. So this is at least those 5. These both cannot be yellow. Or those are at least these 5. If it's these 5, it can't be 6, 7. So would it have to go one more? Regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or unless it didn't. No, because it does not block there. So it is part of that. It is part of that. So it's 5. So it can't be those 2. So it could be that one. But even if it is, it had to be there too. So it's these for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then one more. But I know this one cannot be pink, yellow. Don't I? Try that again. Like, how do I do that? What do I do? If that is yellow, isn't this one trapped now? It is trapped. So that cannot be yellow. So that is as far as yellow can go. And it is part of this corner. So that one does stop there. Okay, now I'm doing something. So that one is at 5. This one must be pink. That one turned those 2 to yellow. Now pink has to drop down this way on that side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one is done. And this one. So this is going to make that little horseshoe like I went around the first time. So this one is basically going there. And then if I remember back, this has to be pink. But if I remember back, right, this can't be pink because that would be a single yellow all by itself. So that is yellow. that is pink. And now this one is like that. That's 5, 6, 7. And then this one finishes there. Now all the pink is touching all the pink. All the yellow is touching all the yellow. Okay. But then I didn't go anywhere with the Sudoku. From memory. Maybe I'll give it more time. So one of these, this, if this was 3, 6, that would have to be 2, so that would be 4. That would be 3, 6. 2 would be down here. That might be okay. These two are these two. If 3, 6 is here, then this would have to be 2. That would have to be 2. This would be a 1 or 4. And then that would be 3. Oh, this cannot be 6. It can be 3. Okay, so this one goes there. Ah, so this cannot be 3, 6. Because this one... Oh no, that's not right. That is not right at all. This one will go here though. So that is 3, 6, which makes that 3, 6. That is something. One of these are 3, 6. If it is that one, then this would have a 2, which is fine. This cell goes there, so it is 2 or 3. If it is 3, have to be in one of these, so it would have to be that one. Now it would be broke. If this is 3, that has to be 3. That has to be 3. That would be 6. So that would be 3. But if but then this one and this one would both be 6. So this is not 3, it is 2, which makes that 2, which makes that 4. Which makes this one, that one. I think that is irrelevant. This pink, though, needs a 2. So there will be a 2. Oh, there cannot be a 2 here. So this will be 3, 6. And now, this side has to have a 2. It can only go here. So that will be a 1, 4. It will be that 1, 4. So that 1, 4 is going in this middle column. So that is not 1. This is not 1. There's still a 3 or a 6 up here, so that is not a combo. Maybe I need to mark some of these going around here. So that is that one. This one is that one. Um, 1, 4, 5, 7. This is now not 7. This one cannot be 3, 6. So it is 5, 7. This one is seeing 3 and 6 of different colors. So it is 5. Now this is 7. And now this is 3, 6, and it will be the gray one. Okay. So the gray 3, 6 is up here somewhere. Oh, this. Oh, I thought I gooped. I'm okay, I'm okay. I keep thinking, somewhere along the line, I must have thought that this was just one big stretch. Because I keep thinking that goes down there, and I thought I broke it. Not yet. This is what? 1, 4, 7. It's only gonna leave a 5 down here. And this will be 1, 4, 5. One is in one of those. Not sure about the other. This one, though, will be that one. Does that matter? Maybe not yet. This will need a 7, so that one will not. Oh, this 3, 6 is going here. That will be the black one. So it's there or there. That's fine. Oh, it needed to be... The gray one still needs to go up here somewhere. Can still be anywhere. Ah, but in this row, it can only be there. So the gray one will be in one of those. And one of those. Just fine. How am I on 2s? Oh, 2s. This needs a 2. That needs a 2. Oh, bless me. That is all of the 2s. Okay. This cell is the one that goes there. It cannot be 1. Oh, and this cell... Oh, wow. Right. So this is a 1 or a 4. But it also goes here. And obviously, that's not a 5 or a 7. So the only thing it can be is a 1. Whoops. That was a 4. So I feel like I overlooked that for a while. I think that was there for a bit. But this will be 4, 5, 7. 5 being unable to be at the bottom. But this could be 3, or it could be 6. It is one of them, though, which means something. I'm sure of it. Or 3 or 7, 6. Could be either one. This cell here, though, is 4, 7. And it can't be 4. That 7 goes there. That is 6. That is 4, 5. 4, 5 is making a combo, putting a 7 there. 1, 4 is fine, I think. Although this will have a 5 in one of those. So that will be a 1, 4 now. This cannot be 1 Cannot be 2. It can be a 3-6 though. Well, no, it is a 3. Yeah, it is a 3-6. Because the 7 is going here. So that is the black. 6. It will be a 6 because we have black, black, black. Okay. So that dark is 6. All the darks are 6. All the lights are 3. Okay. Now, so we have a 3 in one of those. 5, 7. 4. What's missing? This is missing just a 1. This will be a 3, 4, so that is that way. There needs to be a 1 here, which is there. This will be a 4, 5, so it's 5. In that order, this will be a 4 and a 7. Alright, I think we're just filling in now. I found that kind of difficult there in the middle, right around this one. I got stumped trying to figure out which way the routes went. But I guess the big thing was this, breaking that off there and seeing if that would work. And it would be trapping this little pink here. But yeah, I did get a little bit stumped there in the middle, for sure. But that was a nice puzzle by yttrio, Into Chaos. Check it out yourself in the link below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. And bye-bye.